Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is not another shooting show. We go to Clay County, Kentucky, where a Kentucky school staff member is facing charges for allegedly threatening a student with a gun.
Oopsies.
Christopher Collier, 31, has been in jail since he was arrested on Thursday. According to police, Collier held a Clay County high school student at gunpoint after getting him into his truck and threatening him. Yeesh. Clay County school leaders said Collier, under false pretenses, gained access to the high school parking lot with an alleged weapon. Signed. This is definitely an intern writing this story. A sign at the entrance to Clay County High School states that access to the school is not allowed from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., but police say Collier was able to get into the parking lot. The citation issued to Collier stated that he pointed a gun at the student's head after the student got into his truck at about 11 a.m. Wednesday. Collier is accused of telling the student that he was going to kill him and that he was making a video of it. So,
interesting.
Yeah. By the way, this guy was a school district employee. Like, they forgot to put that into the story, but it was in the headline. He's a volunteer staff member with the Clay County, Kentucky School District, or whatever it is.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. That one came from one of my favorite Reddit subs, Idiots with Guns. There's some doozies on there. But there was another one, if I can find the right thing. Oh, yeah, this was on Reddit. A guy had, this was from the CCW sub, a pocket carry negligent discharge at a grocery store. The guy said, I work at a grocery store and a customer was pocket carrying what looked to be a Glock 26 or 43. Didn't get a great look at the blaster, but homie just was raw dogging it in sweatpants. Absolute miracle he didn't hit himself in the leg or that someone else wasn't hit. I was about 10 feet away and could even smell some burnt clothing and maybe a little burnt flesh when I got closer to help the dude out. Pretty entertaining for grocery store work. Reminder to get training, get serious about carrying, and be safe. Yeah, you don't raw dog it in sweatpants. Yeah, there's a nice pockmark in the tile floor, and then it looks like there's some frag up on the wall next to the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Ironic it was next to the Baja Blast. There's a Baja Blast into the floor at the grocery store. Well done.
Badoon.
Yeah. I'm here for all the jokes. Okay. We had a USPSA board meeting the other night, Jeff.
Ew, I'm sure that was fun.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to talk about USPSA board shit and drama right now. And if you listen to the show regularly, you know we almost never talk about USPSA board drama shit. You know why that is? Well, I think Jeff knows why it is.
Yeah, I mean...
Jeff, why is it?
Because it's unprofessional and it gives ammunition to the other side.
No, mostly because it's just not fun.
Oh, yeah, that part too.
Like, I like having fun on this show. The number one reason I don't talk about board shit is because it's not fun. It's not pleasant. I don't enjoy it. You know, I have to spend enough time doing it. And when I'm doing this show, I don't want to do that because that makes this show not fun. But I'm going to talk about USPSA board shit for a moment.
Okay.
So Leighton got big mad, very butthurt about not getting nominated the RD for IPSC after the vote. So in case you don't know, what was going on, this was not just a nomination for the regional director. It was also a duty of the president being removed under the newly passed bylaw 7.9. So because this was a power being removed from the president, it recorded a 3/4 vote of the board. And that vote, although Leighton has since said he needed a 6-1 vote. No, he was wrong. He needed 7 votes for it to happen because that's 3/4 of the board. And he abstained, and so did the president. So that meant everybody else left would have had to vote for it.
Right.
And not everybody did. I did not. Ben, Barry did not, and Frank did not.
Okay.
3, 6, and 7 did not. So now Leighton is very, very mad. He's very mad, and I had like 6 people send me the Insights post today of the email he sent to John Burt. I already read it because I was included in the email that in response he sent to John Burt, who's going to be the Area 2 director come January. Now, I'm not going to talk about any of the rest of the bullshit in this. The one thing I really want to talk about, though, is the fucking lie he told about me and Scott killing the Area 3 championship to send a political message. That wasn't why Area 3 got canceled. The reason my match, the Great Plains Section Championship, became the Great Plains Hit Factor Championship, and the reason the Cornhusker Classic was no longer a Level 2 USPSA match, it was a Hit Factor match, and the reason why a lot of clubs in Area 3 did not run USPSA matches for most of this year so far is because of the bullshit Leighton pulled in 2023 with other members of the board. That's it. Area 3 got canceled because not enough people would sign up for it. In the first half of 2024, if you wanted to sell spots in a major match in Area 3, it had better be not USPSA. Now, there were certainly exceptions. There were clubs that were still running USPSA, like, for instance, Mill Creek outside Kansas City. They never stopped running USPSA because to be a shooting sport at their club, it has to be sanctioned by an organization. So they couldn't just go Hit Factor. They had to stay USPSA. And I don't know when Free State went on sale. It was pretty much full. It was a sold-out match. It wasn't 100% true everywhere, but by and large, if it was a match happening or going on sale early in 2024, if it was USPSA, it was not selling.
Yep.
Now, our match, Great Plains, was not full like it had been the year before because some people who just want it to be USPSA wouldn't come, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that.
And sometimes the drama can just drive people away regardless of what side they're on.
Yeah, and whatever. But anyway, Leighton goes on Casual Shooters podcast to talk about himself for over 4 hours. Like, ladies, find you somebody who loves you as much as Leighton Oosthuizen loves Leighton Oosthuizen, and you'll be a happy woman for the rest of your life. And he said the same thing in that podcast about how, we just canceled it because we were trying to make a political statement. No, we didn't have enough people to sign up for the match. And when May rolled around, we had to start paying for shit. And it was either that and hope we had enough, or the match goes in the black or in the red. And we're fucked. And that's it. That's the only reason it was canceled. It was not a political statement. Now, could I have tried to organize another one, some half-assed match? Sure. Could I have attached the Area 3 championship to some other existing match? Sure. But I didn't want to take away from those matches what got fucked up because of what Leighton and the board did last year and early this year. That's why. And oh, by the way, I wasn't the area director until May. Well, actually, I think it was the tail end of April officially. But my first board meeting wasn't until May 6th because of the decision or ruling or whatever that the lawyers put out about whether or not it was legal what they did with Scott.
Right.
So, no, Leighton, and I'm sure this will get back to him. I hope it does. No, we didn't call off Area 3 to send a political message. It got called off because no one would sign up for it, or not enough people would sign up for it. Lots of sponsored shooters who got free slots, they signed up, and a lot of staff signed up. But we needed over 100 plus paid shooters just to break even. That's it. That's the only reason. I wanted it to happen. I was trying to make it happen. And every time I tried to prime the pump and try to, promote it, people would start getting wound up and start getting pissed and like, fuck you, no. That's why.
I mean, even Scott he was trying to run the Iowa section as a USPSA match, and it would not fill up. And then he finally switched it to a Hit Factor.
They switched it to Hit Factor and it filled up.
Correct.
So, that's it. Okay, why did I not vote for Leighton on the board for RD? Would he have known what to do and been good at the responsibility of being the regional director? Probably.
Yeah.
But this giant tantrum that he's throwing like a toddler on the internet, this is why I didn't vote for him. Everything you're seeing here, this is exactly why I didn't vote for this to be a part of USPSA leadership after 2024. That's why. Simple as that.
And the thing to be prepared for is the prayer of the narcissist. First, it's going to be that didn't happen. Then it's going to be, if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, it's not that big a deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it.
Oh, God. Anyway, so he also one thing he said in this email that Insights posted that I got this morning just after 9 a.m. He hates Frank. My contempt for Frank Rizzi for his support of PSI, who later burned him and released alleged proof that he was the main leak. And then me, what he said, I already read that. And Ben Barry, who simply doesn't like me, so voted against it and is hearing about it from his members. Dude, we were hearing about it from members, all three of us. You know what we haven't heard from? A member who thinks you should be the RD. That's a thing I have not heard from. So there was, in all fairness, there was one email that went to all the board members that said, I think Leighton would be good at it. Okay. We got one. And one thing I learned doing radio is that for every person who writes in about something, and it's usually when they're big mad, they're upset about something. There are another 100 or so that are not writing in, at least. Right. So to say that it's just, I heard from people today who didn't write me before, but wrote me after and said, thank you for not voting for that. So, there you go. If Leighton's going to talk shit about me on the internet, I'm going to talk shit about him on the internet. There you go. Fair is fair. And you're gone in 3 fucking months.
I'm here for it.
All right. Now, if you want to hear the rest of this episode, I'm afraid you're going to have to go to patreon.com. Patreon.com/NotAnotherShootingShow. More crazy talk. You want to hear it? $3.57 a month. You get an extra entire episode every single week.